So it is that time yet again. I feel like I have hair in my lashes. Imagine that. It is study time. Time to write a long essay. Oh, I will be so glad to get it over and done with. Ready, done with this essay. It's time. So, I'm figuring about an hour. Hello, Red. I am hurting. We have another storm rolling in. These storms do not help. They make my whole body hurt. So I'm hoping I've got the massager on my back with the heating pad. I have my little heater right here. I hope you can't hear it. Let me move this. If I can, I can't. So let me pop your comment up so I can see. And yes, my body knows. My body knows. My poor back is so swollen. Okay, good. Good. That was the biggest thing I was worried about, is that you could hear the combination between the massager on my back and the little mini heater here. Okay, so I'm hoping I can get through about an hour. I do have to go check on Rex again tonight. Phone is going off. Okay, I can call them back later. So I don't have to give him meds tonight. His dad gave him his meds before he went to work. I just have to see if I can get the heat pack on his ear again tonight. And see if we can get any more drainage out of the ear sometime before I go to bed. So that's good. I'll be able to relax a little bit after study, but before I go to bed. So yes. Hey, Dawn. Yeah, my body knows. And being that this is a drier climate, when we do get storms, I feel it quite a bit. So, yeah, we're under a weather advisory right now. I mean, even my face is swollen right now. And I have my contacts in right now, so it's like, oh, even my face is swollen. It's not a significant amount of snow. It's only like, what, 7 inches? 4 to 7 inches. Oh. Let's see. That's not it. But they're talking about, oh no, snow accumulations have dropped 2 to 4 inches, but wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. So, yeah, which is not uncommon for this area. The way the valley is shaped, it just funnels wind through. So, and that wind can be brutal. We have a 6-foot wood fence in the back that the wind has been so bad at times. One time it actually snapped a 4x4 off at ground level, and it was not rotten. It just snapped the 4x4. So, and took 2 sections of the paneling down that we had to repair. So yeah, that was fun. Luckily, it was not in the wintertime when that came through. So yeah, we get pretty significant wind gusts through here. So, all right, stop dawdling. Yeah, it's been slowly building, Dawn. It's supposed to start, the advisory is 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow. So yeah, the problem that we have is the advisories, when we get them, is we never know. They may call for, just a couple inches of snow in a relatively short time. But where we're situated on the mountain, we're right at the cusp of that snow level. So there are times that we don't get what they call for, but then there's times that we get double what they call for. So you just never know, because we're right there, snow levels vary, that 6,000 to 7,000 feet, and we're right in the middle at 6,500. So you never know. You never know what we end up getting. And half the time they are wrong about what they predict for what we will end up getting. So, yeah, it's last time they predicted up to like 6 inches, and we got half that. The time before that, we got double. So you just never know what we end up getting. It's like they're calling for snow here tonight. I'm gonna try to see how much we're supposed to get. Okay. Yeah, I kind of wish we were either completely for sure above or completely for sure below, because like I said, you just never know what we're going to end up getting. We're right in the middle of that snow level. Yeah, so we're in a valley, but where we sit in the valley, or not even in the valley, but how far up we are, the valley itself is at 6,500. So it really doesn't matter. We are in the mountains. And then where I actually live on the side of the mountain above town. So one of these days, I'm actually going to have to go out my back gate and get a picture and post it up for you guys. I actually live above town, so I'm a couple hundred feet even higher than that because I'm above town. If I look out my back gate, I'm looking out above downtown. Yeah, most people don't think snow when you think Nevada, because you're thinking southern Nevada. But you have to remember the Donner Party, the historical Donner Party, and Donner Pass. That is the state line. This going from Nevada into California. I mean, Yeah, most of Nevada is actually very rural, mountainous terrain. But when people say Nevada, they think more of the dry, hot southern Nevada desert, where most of Nevada is actually high desert. So we're more, once you get about an hour, hour and a half outside of Vegas, you start climbing. So it doesn't stay like that. I've seen snow. Well, even the mountains around Vegas actually get snow. Mount Charleston. So even Vegas gets snow on the very rare occasion. So yeah. So it's, oh yeah, that's not much. I don't even have a problem driving in that much. But I grew up in Florida. I'd rather drive in a hurricane than drive in snow. I hate driving in snow. When I drive in snow, it's literally like driving Grandma Moses. I hate driving in snow. I grew up in a little town called Mulberry. If you're in Vegas in one direction and to Reno the other. So where I live, I'm 4 hours north of Vegas and 6 hours east of Reno. So I'm literally out in the middle of nowhere. And I promise you, one day this week, I'm going to try to get out the back gate if I can get it open, and or find a stool that I can get up and get a good look over the wood fence. And I literally am on the side of a mountain, and I look over downtown. What are you doing, Momo? You all right, Momo? Is that just a crazy itch? Okay. I look over, completely over by a couple hundred feet of downtown. And downtown is literally just like, I don't know, in a big city, probably maybe 3 city blocks of your standard big city. Here, our city blocks, it's about, all of downtown is maybe 8 blocks. So it's a tiny little town. But yeah, one of these days this week, I will get out back and get a picture and kind of and post it and show you guys. It's a tiny, tiny little town where I live. Yes, we are literally out. Still might get schools canceled here though. Not here. Our bus drivers are rock solid. I mean, it takes a lot for them to call school and call a snow day here. We're talking in 20 years that I have been in and out of Ely, I think I've only seen them call a snow day 3 or 4 times. They are rock solid bus drivers here. They do not call snow days very often. Yeah, no, we don't. It's not busy here. I mean, my kids walk all over town all the time by themselves. I mean, I would not allow that in the big city, but not here. Yeah. It's 2 blocks from my shop to the library, and they walk back and forth all day long. That's how much I've always lived in. Yeah. I've always lived in small towns too. I don't do well in the city. Just going to Vegas to visit family or for medical or anything. Oh, I am a nervous wreck for days leading up to the trip. Wow. Yeah, we don't have that problem here. We might get some minor flooding down in Old Ely, because our infrastructure here is some parts of it are nearing 100 years old. So they don't, we do have some issues with drainage, but for the most part, we don't have a big issue. Like I said, I live literally on the side of a mountain, so I'm up. I don't have a big problem with flooding or a lot of drainage issues. We don't have that issue here. Two inches of snow shut down Atlanta, and the kids were, my eyes are getting dried out. Stuck at school overnight. Holy crap. Now it seems the whole state is gun shy. That makes sense. I can understand that. Can't fault him for that. Can't fault him for that. Yeah, we don't have that problem here. If the buses can't run, we've got so many four-wheel drive trucks, and everybody knows everybody here. It's literally three parents call one parent. It's like, hey, are you going to grab your kids from school? Yeah, grab mine too. And hey, so-and-so is picking up my kids. Hey, that person's picking up my kids too. And 6 kids get sent home with the same person. So, we really don't have that problem here. Yeah, every school district handles things differently. It's such a small community here that everybody knows everybody. So if you can't get out, so I have a 2004 Volkswagen Beetle that came from Vegas. So she doesn't like the cold and she doesn't like the snow. She's too light for the type of snow that we get here. So she just glides on top and she does not like it. So I don't tend to drive her much when there's active snow. Then I have my husband's truck, which is a 2019 Ram. Big guy. I can't drive that. I hate driving it. It's one thing to drive my car. I love my little Beetle. I love it. I am not comfortable driving his big beast of a truck. But then I have my old beater. I love my beater. It's a 95 Pathfinder, Nissan Pathfinder. I love this thing. She is old. She is rusted. She is dry rotted. She is the clear coat is shot. The passenger side door handle doesn't work on the outside. What else? She has a power drain that we're trying to figure out where it's coming from. It's somewhere in the dash. The dash lights don't work. She's an old beater. But I love my Pathfinder. The engine is strong and the 4-wheel drive works great. And typically that's what I drive in the snow. So I'm not going to complain. And if I slide into anything on the snow or ice, I'm not going to worry about it because she's an old beater. So I'm happy. I'm happy. And she's a manual transmission. So I can, if I'm sliding, I can actually use the stick shift and the engine to slow myself down. So I feel a lot more comfortable. You know, I feel a lot more comfortable in the Pathfinder than I do in my car when there's active snow and ice, or in his truck, because that thing is a daggum beast. I'm good. I will take my beater all day long over that truck. I'm good. Yeah. And that's what a lot of people here do. A lot of us have our good cars, and then a lot of us will drive the old beaters in the wintertime so that if something happens, you know, it's no big deal if you slide into something because it's an old beater. It's all good. All right, so I'm going to get to work. I've got to figure out how I am going to bust out a 500-word essay on dog food. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I have to compare dog foods and write an essay on it. Oh. Speaking of a beetle, yes. It's in our class. But we know basically the whole staff, so I don't have to worry. Yeah. And that's kind of the way it is around here. Like, everybody in town knows who I am. Everybody in town knows who my kids are. And it's not just me. It's like everybody in town knows everybody else, if not by name, at least by sight. So I hope so. Figure all this out. Said I had to do at least 2 brands. I got 3. The one that Mona eats, which is 50, well, Mona and George. It's $52 for a 30-pound bag, 30-pound bag. Then I got pictures of the bag and labels of, one was $22 for a 50-pound bag, and that's a ranch grade. And another one that was, no, our brand was 40 pounds. And then I got pictures of a bag that was $110 for a 30-pound bag. So I'm going to compare 3 brands, a high cost, a mid cost, and a low cost. Figured that would give me a little bit more to talk about, so I could definitely pull out a 500-word essay. I figured that was probably going to be my best bet, to pull out 500 words. So it is that time, ladies. And we shall begin. I will be right back. I have to go take a better picture of Mona's dog food bag. All right, time is 8:20. So we talked for roughly 15-20 minutes. Counter is at 50 minutes now, but I am having a hard time focusing with the pictures on the phone. So I need to print them out. I do, however, have some handwritten notes. I do have an idea of where I'm going to go as far as how I want to write this essay. So, but for the information that I need, I need to print these pictures out and blow them up so I can see it clearly. Which means I'm going to have to go up and down the stairs quite a bit because my printer's upstairs. Do have a good idea of what direction and how I want to set this essay up. And I've made some notes. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for tonight. And while I'm working on this, I'm not done studying for the night. I'm going to continue to work on this while I watch the folks out on Hollywood Boulevard. And the protests out on Hollywood Boulevard. I think that's going to be my background noise while I continue to work on this essay. But I need to print those pictures out so I can print them full size, so I can get all the information I need off of them. Just trying to blow them up on my phone is not working. My phone keeps going to sleep before I write down everything I need, and that's irritating me. So I think I'm going to call my live for tonight, but I'm going to continue to work on this essay while I listen to the folks out on Hollywood Boulevard. I can go ahead and pause the music, close that out. And that will be my background noise for tonight while I'm working on this essay. Until Cricket comes on, of course. I think that's a plan. That sounds like a really good plan to me. Because my phone going to sleep trying to look at these pictures is driving me insane. So to keep me from getting frustrated and just putting it down completely for the night, I think printing out the pictures is going to be a better solution, and I can continue to work on it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yes. Are you going to be watching Cricket later too? Piece of my hair. All right. And I'm sure Dawn will probably be there too. So I will probably see both of you over with Cricket later tonight then. So if I don't see you over with I'll probably be stream hopping. I usually do. So maybe not quite as fast as I normally do, but yeah. So I'm sure we will be passing each other until we meet up tonight with Cricket. So I will talk to you guys later. We'll see ya.